Just a little bit.
Nah, I don't need none. What to do, Facebook?
I said they couldn't hear me.
No, they said they couldn't understand you. It's a difference.
Same thing.
Oh, they couldn't understand you because
What I said.
you got something in your mouth.
Jive Tucker, what I said.
You talk like you got a mouthful of spit. Ridiculous.
Oh, pussy.
The Breath, episode 146 is back. Do it show the breath on yours?
I'm trying to get back in. It's to kick me out of my own Facebook. What the hell?
Like they should.
I feel like the autocorrect on Facebook is correcting what the name of the shows is. And because like mine say The Breath. Take a Breath, episode 146. Hey, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all know what it is.
They don't know what it is, bro.
They do know what it is.
They don't know what it is.
It's like, share, subscribe. It's Twitch, YouTube,
Twitch.tv/the South.
Yeah, it's Facebook. We in here. Man, it's warm. Or is it just me? Maybe it's the look.
Maybe it is liquor. Cause I got on long sleeves. I'm comfortable with that motherfucker.
My knee here. My knee was hurting earlier. It ain't hurting no more. So maybe fix that too. What's happening, Facebook, man? It's the South. Got something to say. We are back for episode 146, man. Let's get it. Man, we sure appreciate y'all for tuning in to us on this late night. It is almost 10 o'clock. We're a little behind, but what it do is your boy Country coming live from the South. Got something to say. Let's get it.
What's happening, man? It's your boy DJ Big Dream, the Dirty 30 representative, and we in here, baby.
And this is the heavenly orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity, welcoming you to the South after dark.
Let's go. All right.
I feel like we should talk about nothing but sex.
No, shut up.
With his intro.
Let me mute his mic. Which mic is his? That's it. I just muted him, bro.
We did the sexy after night like BET back in the day, uncut voice.
Bro, that was the right voice to hit, man.
Well, then let's talk about sex.
Baby.
No, that ain't what he said. This is late night.
Ish. What you do late night?
Sleep.
Besides eat.
Sleep. And I
No
don't,
sex.
I don't eat late night.
No sex.
I'm holding off for marriage, bro.
You marrying the person you having sex with.
Yeah, but we ain't married yet.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Shout out to the old heads. Let's get it. Hey, I put this on here for y'all. This is the only time my jersey gonna be hung in the banner. But we got that W tonight. Let's go.
Your jersey look like it's never been used.
I wore it tonight when we got that W.
We ain't talking about like sitting on the sideline holding it across your knee because you don't need it.
No, I was in the game tonight. Bro, I bust my knee up, and I think the liquor done fixed it.
You did that on the way in.
No, bro, I ran into a dude that was much bigger than me.
Yes.
And
on the way in the building.
No. Set the screen on. He stopped. I didn't.
And you died.
Oh, I went straight to the ground. Like, bro, it looked like he slammed me. He didn't. He just stopped. I fell.
Lord.
Oh, my goodness
Hey,
gracious.
Miss Linda, please come get him.
Bro, I mean, I ain't even like, dude. But I want to tell you, he stopped and I didn't. Like, bro, all the, what's in motion stays in motion. I stayed in motion, but my direction of motion changed. It was rough.
Hey, before we get into our topic, shouts out to Israel Sonda for doing his thing this weekend, bro.
Yeah, he had a big fight this weekend.
Ooh, and his finish was amazing.
Yeah, he had a big fight this weekend.
He did that, boy.
Big fight this
He
weekend.
did that, boy. That's all I got to say about UFC. I was excited. Everybody was excited.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
Yeah.
Great fight.
I loved it. Yeah. Shout out to Jorge Masvidal. Even though he got beat and retired, still one of my favorite fighters because he's one BMF. I like that. I respect it. He gone.
You know what I want to talk about?
Let's do it.
Where you gonna be at on this Freaknik, dog?
I'm not. It depends on how. So they claim on that Freaknik dog that it's gonna be like 95. So in 95 it was.
I thought it was 94.
See, even 94 or 95.
I thought it was 94 too.
So in 94 was like the first year of the Freaknik. I don't know if y'all know that.
Well, of course I didn't know that. In 94 I was 6.
Okay, so in 94 I just made the high school. 94 was the original Freaknik. So the Freaknik was originally a band of black colleges coming together in the city of Atlanta to celebrate black excellence. You know what I mean? So in 94, that's exactly what it was. In 95, people knew about it. More of them started coming. 96, my black ass was there. Then it was original Freaknik. So that's what I'm saying. 94 and 95, I consider it actually to be light. Superstars weren't even really coming out in 94 and 95. They started coming in 96. When the secret got out. That black folks were having their own Woodstock over a whole city. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know much about 94, 95, bro. All I cared about then was selling drugs.
Yeah, so the Freaknik dog got the aunties in the uproar.
I see that.
They are in the uproar. They don't know what to do.
Panicking.
They are panicking. They don't know what. Bro, did you see the picture of the police officer?
Yep.
Do you know he's on administrative leave?
Yep.
Bro, I was like, yeah, bro. What's the statute's limitations?
Right.
Right hand to Sweet Baby. Even in 96, police, it'll be girls butt naked. That's how they came out the house. No clothes on. Butt naked on top of a car doing their thing. Because one of those thing is twerking in. You feel me? They doing their thing on the roof. The dude driving smoking weed in the car. And the police will hold the light on it so you can see it. Bro, when I pulled into the Freaknik in 96, on 85, 6 lane, I think it's 6 lane, it was a brother in the middle of the interstate with a bag of weed this tall, that wide, just running from lane to lane, serving people. Oh, I'm not playing when I tell you that.
I don't
And
think
then when you go up 5 miles up, it's another brother in the middle of the road with a trash bag this big, serving people. And police is, like, in 96, bro, and 97, the Freaknik, there was no beef. There was no fighting. There was no shooting. There was just unadulterated fun. And just like, if it was on your mind, do it. As long as it didn't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? People weren't as sensitive today as today either. You know what I mean?
I agree with you on that.
You know, in 97, bro, I just walked by some, bro, we went to Waffle House. It was so packed that they had no way they was going to pick everybody food. There's no way everybody could pay. I waited for about 45 minutes of begging these folks to come take my money. They wouldn't. So we just left. On the way back to the rooms, because the Waffle House right beside our room. And we walked through a fence to get back to the room. But when you walk through the fence, it put us on the other side. So we had to walk around to get to our room. It was like a room full of girls, like 4 girls in this room. Everybody in their panties and bra. As we walked by the door, I stopped. Shit. PJ and they was like, what you finna do? I'm not going to y'all room. Bro, I walked in the door, took my shirt off, my pants off, and got to bed. And spent the night.
Bruh, the aunties are in the uproar.
It went down, bruh.
Aunties are in the uproar, bro, because all these, like, you gotta think about it, bro. 94 is 19 years ago. Roughly. 19 years ago.
No,
it's
way longer. That's 29 years ago.
Oh, 29 years ago.
Yeah, I've been graduated 25, 26 years ago, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. So the average person that went at that time was at least 18. So we talking about 48 years old.
Yeah, almost 50.
Yeah.
Aunties are in an uproar.
They between 46 and 52. Mm-hmm. The people that was at that Freaknik.
Yeah.
Between 46 and 52.
Bruh, they are so afraid of these videos that come out. And mind you, you gotta think about 94. To have video footage, you had to have a camcorder.
Right.
It was big too.
Shoulder
that
joint.
camera, yep.
Shoulder joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to have footage. Like they so scared of this footage that's finna drop. Because like, bro, police officers on administrative leave right now.
Yeah.
Behind a picture that just resurfaced.
And I've seen that picture probably
A million
5, 6 times. Yeah.
It's one of those Freaknik pictures where like this is what Freaknik was.
Right.
Yeah.
And because now this doc coming out and it's going viral again. He got put on administrative leave. He's still a police officer.
I see.
Well, first off, that's his first mistake. Bruh, like you said, that was 20, how many? 9 years ago?
29 years ago.
He should have retired a long time ago. That was his first day on patrol.
It's been his first year.
Yeah, it has to be.
I mean,
now he's still pushing 30 years.
Even if he was 20, he'd be 49.
They ain't gonna do it, bro. Don't take the 25 years of law enforcement.
Yeah, but how many people can retire off 25 years of law enforcement?
Not many.
There you go.
So he need to go ahead and take this chance to evacuate the premises.
But now another conversation that been going around online about this Freaknik is like the culture, like how men were. Cause back then, like now, a lot of that stuff is considered rape culture.
Oh yeah.
Grape culture, I'm sorry. It's considered grape culture. So now you got like this footage finna come out. How that's gonna be handled. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm sure plenty of people will be
Why
canceled.
green right there, bro? That's the only one green. Well, not mine. That's his. Why is it green?
happy.
I don't know what it means. I don't like it. Finish the grape culture thing, and I'm gonna do a touch to that.
Like so, you know what I'm saying? Like now, mind you,
Your mic's down. Can you talk and still hear it from way back there?
yes.
You should test. Keep talking. Graper.
No, don't you call me that. So back then, that was. I mean, it was alive and well back then, but like people didn't talk about it.
Right.
Versus now, they talk about it.
A lot.
So a lot, right? So like
People gonna get canceled.
Yeah, people gonna get canceled. People gonna get some real raised eyebrows and whatnot. And like, it's gonna be interesting to see. What's gonna be even more interesting for me to see if they found these people from these videos. They have like interviews. That'd be way more interesting to me than the actual.
No, don't find them. I'm in one of them. No, don't do that.
Well, I think, like I said, I think this 94. So that's what I'm saying. I think if they find the people and talk to them about Freaknik and their experience with it, I think that'd make it super interesting. But I would like to hear, like, bro, some of those videos are disturbing if you look at them now. Like straight up, some of them is kind of rough.
Bro, it say Freaknik actually started in 1983.
That's crazy.
The first Freaknik started in 1983 and was at first simply a picnic, a public park near the AUC organized by the student group, the DC Metro Club, intended for students who could not afford to return home for spring break. The event gained popularity and by the mid-90s became a full-blown block party, complete with live music, vendors, street food, and more. The festival was shut down and discouraged by the city by 1999, but was revived 20 years later in 2019.
It was never revived. 20 so my bad. 1998 was the last real Freaknik. And I tell people,
I've heard that.
I was there. And finish what you were saying about men doing bad things to women in the 94 and 95 and 96.
Well, I was only talking about. Well, and you're
no,
right.
No.
You're right.
I'm not pointing at you either. I'm gonna tell you my experience from it all.
So I like some of those videos are cringy. Like if you do run across some of those old school Freaknik videos, some of them are cringy. Like some of them you can tell wasn't welcome, but it was the culture that was out there because it was the Freaknik, right? So I would like to hear both sides, both people talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
And hear one tonight.
And what was going on, and yeah. So like he said, they revived it in 2019. You said it's not the Freaknik, but it's not. The reason why it wasn't the Freaknik because it wasn't that culture. That's the biggest difference. Like they weren't allowing for people to be harassed,
or people walk out their door butt naked and be out for 8 hours naked.
And people wouldn't allow that either. Of course, and of course, bro. Like so, first off, I hadn't seen a video of somebody walk out their door butt naked and got harassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the regular people on the streets who was just there visiting. When, you know what I'm saying, some booty shorts and a bikini top and was getting, roped as they walked through the street and they was trying to like get away. I'm talking about those. That's cringy, bro. Whether you want to say, that's where we was at or whatever the hell it is that you want to say,
Did
it's
you
cringy.
see that? Because I didn't see that.
Yes, they got videos of it right now. Like right now, if you get on Twitter and look at some of there's a lot of videos popping up on Twitter. It's out there. It's a lot of crazy stuff out there.
So, from my
POV,
from my POV, and not naturally, you can never see all of the Freaknik.
Of course not, because it's the whole city.
It's the whole city. Well, I ain't gonna say whole city. I'm gonna explain to you why I say that. In '96, it was literally the west side. We was on Bankhead, Bunkhead. We was on that side. That was the side that was lit. The east side wasn't it wasn't hit. In '97, East Point, College Park was lit. That's when I bought my Rolexes from the Eastdale Mall. Bathroom. Straight up, 2 Rolexes, male and female. I bought my one out of a bathroom with the certificate of authenticity. Say the word. That word. Say it. You can say it.
Authenticity.
That word. With the people's name on that was stole from. I said, bro, their name's still on it. He said, well, you nigga, you know it's real. For real. It was lit. 98. That was a problem, bro. From 96, 97, when I tell you it was lit, bro, when nobody, I didn't see girls complaining or mad they was lit. 98, there was a problem. I mean, when I said a problem, 96 when I went there, bro, black people was having fun. Like, we on this spot coming through Bankhead right before we get to Buckhead, and this white guy and his family trying to get through. Mind you, it took you an hour to get from here to your front yard. You feel me?
It was traffic jam.
The whole city was a traffic jam. So black people would get through.
So, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
So Def mixtapes, remember them? Yes. So Def mixtapes was out before '94, and the imagery was of the Freaknik. Mm-hmm. Remember the cartoons, all the 85 blocked up and standing still, people standing on cars. That was the pictures. The animated picture was.
So Luke shot one of his videos at the Freaknik. Kilo Ali shot his video there. 95 South shot their video there. It's a lot of the songs we hear, Buddha Music Wise, was shot at those Freakniks. You feel me? It was lit, bro. I've ran into more superstars there than I ever have in my life. But at the time, black people weren't as rich for making music. So they acted a lot more like regular people. They wasn't a Jay-Z then. There wasn't who was that rich now?
Just rich people.
Yeah. They weren't making hundreds of millions. These niggas was making hundreds of thousands. If that. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't acting bougie. They was literally a part of the crowd. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then, bruh, 96 and 97, I promise you when I tell you, the women that I seen involved in cringy situation was with it. And I like to say 95, 96. 96, 97. 98, it was on some, no, we gotta get the hell away from here. This is a scene that happened on the east side. 98, we was on the east side. 112 had came out. I went to the club. 112 was open and shit, and all that shit popped. And the girl was like I said, one of those things twerking. She's on the back of a truck doing her thing one night, and the dude kept funning with her, and then she finally turned around and pushed the dude off. He hit her in the head with a bottle. Like bust bottles, stitches, just because she didn't want him touching her. 98, it was a lot rougher. Drugs had been reintroduced. A lot of crazy stuff was going on. The streets was blocked. My last day at the Freaknik, bro, I tried to get on by where the airport at to get on this side, though. You know, airport on that side. I tried to get on this side. I couldn't get off the exit till I got to Six Flags. Nigga, like 27 exits up. Mm-hmm. And just because, since I knew Atlanta from being there the last 2 years, I can navigate all the way back to where I need to go. Bro, it was hideous. But the police, and that's the year the Red Dog got introduced to the Freaknik.
What's the Red Dog?
They was like a black task force for Atlanta. Oh. Like I was trying, traffic. You know how traffic is in Freaknik, and the cars are literally this far apart. Like my rearview mirror and this guy rearview mirror this far apart, and the red dog in between it.
Yeah.
So my mirror hit him first, but it just not hit him. Put your elbow down. It did this because it's literally no room, and he rushed in the car and snatched me hand. We out, bitch, that nigga, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. I said, I believe it. I apologize. I'm just trying to go with traffic, bro. They were all big, they were all black, and they were all vicious. Red dog.
I mean, well, that's why Atlanta shut it down because they couldn't, like, they didn't have no police to first off, it wasn't contained.
You couldn't contain it.
It was just the city.
Yeah, you couldn't contain it.
It was just the city.
Right.
And then the second part is that we ain't got enough police to police this. So it was the Wild West, bro.
My first year at the Freaknik, bro, I didn't know what to expect. I told my mama, I'm like, Mom, I really want to do this. She was like, I think it's dangerous. I'm like, I doubt it, because I ain't heard nobody died. Ain't nobody had ever died. This is another thing. Think about this now. Have you heard of anybody ever been shot at the Freaknik? For all them years.
Bro, first off, I was sick.
No, I'm talking about, they got documentaries coming out now. You didn't have no mass shooting, no major. There was one shooting that I can remember at the Freaknik, and a dude did get shot. He lived. That was down on Auburn Avenue, Piedmont, and like during the middle of the Mortal Kombat dance, which was the actual dance at the time. A dude did get shot, but I think he lived. You know what I mean? Because I hear nothing about it. You know what I mean? That's the only incident I know of Freaknik.
I mean, that I bet it was a lot more. And so this is the biggest thing, though, bro. Back then, news wasn't widespread.
I agree. Internet wasn't popping like that yet.
When no internet.
There was no picture phones.
Yeah, with no picture phone. The internet was dial-up.
It was dial-up, yeah.
Yeah, it was dial-up. And, like, bro, you couldn't look at pictures online because it took you 2 days.
There was no pictures online yet.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm going to give you an example. That same year I'm talking about, and I want y'all to think about this, y'all Gen X's, whoever Gen X is, what they call them?
Ain't nobody here Gen X, bro.
What they call Gen X? Them new ones.
No.
Now I want them to hear this. There was no GPS. You had to make it to Georgia, stop by a gas station, and buy a map. So, true story, I pull up, and we looking for the latest party, and they say it's at Club Esso. Anybody from that area gonna remember this? It's gonna be like, that's legendary. Club Esso 3-story, and the best part was on the roof. And we trying to find it. They said, bro, that's right uptown. I'm like, bet. Where that? He said, Peachtree. That should be easy to find. Let's find it on the map. We pull over a gas station. That is 1,700 Peachtrees in Georgia. It's Peachtree Street, Peachtree Boulevard, Peachtree National, Peachtree Circle, Peachtree.
Are you saying Peachtree or Peachtree?
Peachtree. The nigga just
what
told
it sound
me.
like he was saying?
Peachtree.
Peachtree.
The nigga told me so. That's easy.
I knew what he meant though. I knew what he meant.
Yeah, I'm like,
So in my mind, he was saying Peachtree, but like he kept saying Peachtree.
Same thing. They cousins.
So I was like, man, is it another road in Georgia I ain't been on?
Oh, it's 100 of them. 100 of them.
Yeah,
but we spent so much time trying to find that spot because there was so many Peachtrees. Oh my God! I wish I could find. I wish I could find that nigga today. I beat him up, telling me it's on Peachtree.
Say Peachtree.
I said the best I can.
Why you say Peachtree?
Stop picking on me. Same thing. But yeah, Club Esso, man. Another thing about Freaknik. That inspired me to be DJ Big Dream. The Freaknik, 1996, I met DJ Smurf, MC Shadi, DJ Jelly, and one more nigga that's huge now.
How many of you
I know. I honestly, I know a few of them.
You know all them.
I do.
You do too.
You probably do
They
too.
just changed their name when they got older. DJ Smurf changed
You
it.
gotta make me remember.
No, I ain't trying to make him remember. DJ Smurf, once he stopped DJ, he changed his name to Mr. Collar Park. That's who found the Soldier Boy and Bubba Spark.
Yang Twins. All
Yeah.
So that's DJ Smurf.
That's DJ Smurf.
Yeah, Collar Park.
Yeah, he changed name to Mr. Collar Park. Tell you why he changed name to Mr. Collar Park. There was a dancer there at the time. They called himself Mr. Collar Park. You're going to tie this story into you. That at the time I thought the best dancer in the world. I was at Kings and Queens in 96 and I met Mr. Collar Park. He beat the brakes off of me at Kings and Queens that night at the DJ Smurf concert. That's the same dude I danced against in Miami on BET that beat me again. He died and DJ Smurf changed the name to Mr. Collar Park. Represent him. Can't make that shit up.
That's interesting.
You remember Bow Wow used to come out when he was a kid? And yet the kid had the shirt on, had Mr. Collar Park across. Same nigga. I danced against him twice. He beat me both times. Yeah, it's interesting because Atlanta is the culture that started, I ain't gonna say started, but held down black entertainment, man. You know what I mean?
I mean, Atlanta's Black Hollywood.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Atlanta's Black
Yes,
Hollywood.
Lord.
So.
I ran to DJ Smurf, DJ Jelly, who made the first mixtape, the first big black mixtapes out of Atlanta. I ran to him at the Atlanta football game when they played the Saints. Him and the nigga from here, Greg Street, was together. And he didn't remember me naturally. I only met him in that 96, 97 time. He still got the long beard hair, and I'm like, bruh, he's like, this nigga here seems pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, bruh, you inspired me to be a DJ. He's like, what? When? And I told him about that same night. He said, bro, that was like a long time ago. Yeah, Freaknik. Freaknik. I used to drive all the way to Atlanta to get his mixtapes to bring him back here.
Man, you had to back then. They wouldn't.
You had to, yep.
On cassettes.
Yep, you had to go all the way down there to get
On
them.
cassette.
Yep.
Like back then, if you didn't have distribution, you couldn't hear your music.
Right.
Facts.
Like, you didn't have distribution, your music. I know. You people press tapes themselves and hand them out in their city, and then it spread from there. And then like you back then, you depended on the bootleggers. Like the bootleggers was the way to the game back
Facts. Facts.
You right?
That's how New York got the feeling to even start hip hop.
Yeah.
To even start hip hop.
Like you had a hot tape, you let this person get, this person get, this person get, and this person was like, man, this fire. They gonna make 20 copies of it and sell the copies.
Right.
And that's how your music spread. And you ain't need off none of those copies.
Right.
And there wasn't much money to be made. Even when you did sell them.
That's why tour money is the best way to go. Like, artist money is tour money.
Yeah.
Because everything else, please believe, they just paying their labor back.
Except for certain people. Certain people got some extreme, amazing deals. The 21 Savages, who got like 95 5s or 85 15s. You know what I mean? They got some amazing deals. But the 90% of artists, you're right, they only make money off touring. All the other money is payback for advertisement, upfront advances. I mean, motherfuckers pay their advances. Yeah, people pay their advance their whole career.
But the fact that people charge for distribution is wild to me. But that's none of my business.
It's your business. It's everybody's business. It's just a lot of time, brothers, man, you gotta think about the brothers they doing this to, though. You talking about a nigga who from the streets, who ain't never had nothing, and you give him $1 million. You know what I'm saying? They blow that $1 million in 6 months, 7 months, but they gotta pay that $1 million back 10 years.
No, it ain't that you gotta pay $1 million back. You signed a 10-year contract on 360. You're not paying the money back. They just, this is what you owe.
I was just finna say they recouping their investment.
Yeah. And not just $1 million advance.
They recoup that in the first 6 months.
I agree.
Oh yeah. If not on your first, whatever your first album, they can recoup it all, but they're gonna tell you they recouping for the next 10 years.
They ain't got to tell you they recouping it. You signed a deal to pay them this so much X amount of dollars for 10 years.
Yeah, until you walk in the X where your next check in. That's what I mean when they tell you.
They still got to give you a percentage.
It's so small it don't pay your bills. I remember when our artists was getting on a $20 artists was getting on a $20 album. They was getting about 50 cents an album, bro.
It's worse than that now.
No, it's better now. It's better now.
Way worse than that now.
No, bro. Ain't nobody getting less than 50 cents.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
Well, tell this man so.
Well, I mean, he talking about physical product.
Oh,
like, so if we talk about physical product, not as opposed to streaming.
Nowadays it's streaming. So yeah, I guess you can look at it like that. Yeah. I'm talking about when people actually doing albums and
Right.
they had to sell records.
For
or
sure.
tapes or CDs.
For sure. No,
They
you
would
right.
get 50 cents.
Okay,
60
you're right.
cents a
On
CD.
physical product, yeah, there ain't nobody getting less than 50 cents. You know what the problem with physical product is? Hardest thing to move. You get that shit moved without support.
Yeah, niggas ain't buying CDs.
Fact. You get that shit moved without support. Streaming is everything. How much does a screen cost?
You know the crazy shit about it, man, is that as a traveling independent artist like I am, a lot of my income come off of physical product and physical album. You know what I'm saying? Like the show may only pay so much, but it's a lot easier to sell a $10 CD than it is a $15, $20 T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Some people mess with you the long way and they want to support everything that you do, but most indie show fans, they probably paid $5 to $10 to get in. They probably bought $5 to $10 for a drink or two. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really coming planning on with the mindset of I need to take $50 extra because I want to support these artists.
Right.
Only artists think like that. You know what I'm saying? If I know I'm gonna make a certain percentage off of each show that I go do, I'm gonna automatically in my head be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna put $40 back because if it's 4 artists, 4 more acts on the show with me, I want to at least be able to break them off 10 a pop and let me go buy their product because I want to support them. But the average consumer of music doesn't think like that. Right. They think for convenience. So streaming did 2 things. One, it allowed a lot of people who think they make great music access to put out music that they don't even have the rights to and they don't even know it because they're not educated enough to do that portion of it before they put it out there. They just know, oh man, I got a hot ass song. I'm gonna throw it on YouTube and Spotify and let people hear it. And then I'm gonna go viral and I'm gonna blow up until you ain't even got no rights for your song. And somebody smart enough come along and they copyright your own song. Now your song viral and you don't even own it.
You don't own it, right?
That's crazy. I watched the interview the other day, which is a little off topic. The white guy was on the Breakfast Club, I want to say. And he said that Puffy,
Sting. His name is
Sting, yeah. He said that Puffy has paid him every day since Biggie's died. From I'm missing you, I'm missing. Remember that song? That's Sting.
That ain't how that song went, but I'm with you.
You know what song I'm talking about. Okay, that's all that matters. He said that man have paid
What
him.
song he song?
That's a different song.
Yeah, it was definitely different.
What song was Sting then?
I be missing you every step I take, every move.
Yeah, but Sting's slower.
Yeah, that's Sting's song. Yeah.
It's a slower version of that same song.
No, you thinking about a totally different
It's
song.
a totally different song.
That's right. Faith Evans sang the song.
Yeah.
Fuck on YouTube. But yeah, I was like, wow. One of Biggie and his biggest songs.
No, it was just Puff's song.
Big ain't on that song with him.
Puff, it was the song.
He made to dedicate. Yeah, I know. I thought Big was on it though. Either way, it was a monster hit. And he basically said the Big ain't make that Puff ain't make no money off of it. Every dollar went to him.
So let me fact check Dream real quick.
There you go.
1, he's right. Puff didn't make no money off that song.
That's crazy.
2, Sting said he paid him what, $3,000 a day?
That's crazy.
Ever since that song came out. 3, Puff tweeted he was like more like $5K a day.
That's crazy.
4, about 2 weeks later, Puff was like, bro, that was all a joke, bro. Me and Sting did have a dispute behind that song. Yeah, I didn't make much off of it. And me and him are almost best friends now. And I don't pay him nothing, baby. It was a joke. But they did have a major dispute behind it. And that's how the conversation came up. They had a major dispute behind it. Sting made all the money. Sting owned, bro, it's the same thing with what's that song? T.I., Robin Thicke, and Pharrell.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
That song. I can't think of the name of the song.
Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye owns 98%. Not Marvin Gaye's estate owns 98% of that song. 98%.
I see the fact check. He said he was just kidding about the $5,000 a day. But you can bet your ass he paid him a lot of money for that song, bro.
Oh, he had to. Hell yeah.
Which
I mean, he lost the lawsuit, bro. He don't make nothing off the song. Sting make more off that song when they play
Yes,
it.
he did.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He did it without permission.
I was gonna say something, but I'm like, I will need that on the airwaves.
Oh, what is it?
Huh?
I like stuff that don't supposed to be on the airway.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
He said he was like, Diddy had to pay Sting. I was like, he need to pay somebody.
Facts. Why won't he say that?
Bro, I will never forget. So, and I might have told y'all this before. I don't know if I told y'all this, but I'll make it quick. When I was getting my first album mastered, the master house which we were using was in Atlanta, and I mean, this guy got like a Grammy ballot. He was like mastering New Edition stuff and a lot of Diddy stuff and all that other kind of stuff. Oh boy, man, when I tell you, he was just diarrhea of the mouth. We just sitting there. I'm listening to the mix because I'm paying you to mix my shit.
Right, to make you.
I need to hear this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to the music. He just talking about how Puff ain't paying nobody. Like, he got a bill at his studio. It's like $2.1 million over the course of 3 years. It's some crazy shit. It's just, he's like, yeah, you won't be getting my vote.
And they
But,
keep
bruh,
doing it because just having him on your repertoire, you feel me, bring you more money.
Bro, that's what happened to Scott Storch.
He went broke. What? Thought he was like the biggest producer of all time at one time.
And then he went flat.
Oh, that's the.
I did know that.
He's the MC Hammer producer.
Yeah, yep. Exactly.
That's a good way to put it.
That's exactly who he is. But he sued Cash Money remember they had a deep run when Stuff Like My Daddy came out.
Yeah.
Like Fall Like Son. He produced a lot of music for them. And that's the Man the Fresh Fallout era. And man, Brett I remember they had the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach. What's his name, Robin Leach?
Mm-hmm.
When they had that, he had the number one biggest yacht in the world, most expensive yacht in the world at the time. It had $12 million upkeep per year.
That's crazy.
That's $1 million a month. But at the time, he was making $250 million easy. He's making crazy money a beat. Like, he's making millions of dollars per beat.
Crazy.
But
If I could ever make $1 million for selling anything, I ain't gonna have no more of them.
so them all.
He had a cocaine addiction too.
He did have a cocaine addiction. But I mean, bro, ain't no way you telling me he snorted $54 million worth of cocaine.
Bro, he making $250 million a year.
Bro, listen to this.
That nigga ain't got no nose no more.
Listen to this. It said August of 2006, he took a month off and vacation in Hollywood, California. Friend and manager said it was just a wonderful year, but I think it was defined by the magic month of August. He ran into the Hollywood class, and when he went to Hollywood, all things changed. He withdrew from producing and focused on partying with friends at his $10 million mansion in Palm Island, Florida. He also purchased a private jet, a 117-foot yacht, 20 luxury cars, half of which he estimated he purchased while high on cocaine. Storch squandered $30 million in less than 6 months and was in dire financial straits by January of 2007.
Party like a rock star.
He went crazy. $30 million.
$30 million in 6 months.
That's insane.
Insane.
He had a good time though.
Most definitely had a good time, bro. I mean, he had some T-Pain fun. I'm in. I'm in. I'm gonna cry in the car in one of my 20 luxury cars. That's spent way too
Oh,
much.
no, you gotta sell all them off after those 6 months.
Immediately. I ain't gonna take 6 months. When I wake up, I'm selling this shit. When I wake up about this coma, that Rick James coma, come to me. I'm selling shit. Just like T-Pain did. T-Pain bought his Bugatti. Rick his Bugatti. Sold his Bugatti. Did you spend it back? No. I lost my ass off.
Bro, he say his biggest regret is that chain, the big ass chain.
Yep. Let's say
Big
ass chain.
He said he was at a concert somewhere and he had a big chain on, and somebody in the audience was like, "Man, that's fake. Ain't no real big chain. I bet you won't get a big ass chain." And he was like, I bet I get a big ass chain. Bro went and bought a big ass chain that day. And then he said, as soon as I bought it, I realized that whoever that was that bet me I wouldn't do it. Don't know.
And the same thing when he gave.
So that's the only chain he said he refused to sell to. If you notice in his.
Really? He still got it.
If you notice in his watch collar still in the background. It's hanging in the background.
Yep.
The big ass chain there. He said he won't sell it because he said it was his stupidest purchase to keep it level.
If I ever get rich, or when I get rich, because it's got to happen, that's the only person I want to hang with.
T-Pain?
That I pay to hang with. I know his time is money. I would pay to hang with T-Pain. That's the only person on earth that I pay to hang with.
Yeah, he funny, bro.
Male or female. That's the only person I pay to hang with. I just want to just listen to his stories in person for a few hours and have some drinks because he like to get drunk like me.
Bro, have you heard the Pickle Rick story?
The who?
Pickle Rick story.
I don't think so.
Oh.
God, you gotta hit a Pickle Rick story, bro.
I thought I probably heard all this story. I go research this nigga just to see what he say next.
You gotta look up the Pickle Rick story, bro. You know he liked to drift cars.
Yes.
Pickle Rick was a drift car.
I might have heard that because I've seen a lot of his drifting stuff when he went into his drifting phase.
Boy, this is a long story. First off, if you heard the Pickle Rick story, you'll know exactly what it is.
I think I heard that.
You know, you heard the Pickle Rick story, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's hilarious, bro.
His robbery stories is the funniest to me. Out of all the things I've ever heard him say, him being robbed is the funniest shit I've ever heard him say. Because to me, it's on some real nigga shit. Because niggas don't like to talk about how they got poked out. You know what I mean? It take a real nigga to say, I got poked out, and I ain't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Would you tell? When you get poked out? What most niggas want? They'll hide that in the deep depths of hell.
I mean, I could, bro, because, like, I ain't got that persona, bro.
Oh, well, I respect that.
I ain't got that persona, like, bro.
But what was more attractive about his story is the fact that after he got robbed, and he tell the story how he got robbed, he said, I'd never do that shit again. I had too much money, man. I hire security. I ain't never let nobody get that close to me again. So he never got robbed again. Yep. I stay drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. I stay drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. I stay drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. I stay drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep. Drunk a lot, man. So he never got robbed again. Yep.
It was right here.
Yep.
Oh.
I forgot because we was talking about the other thing that I had to play for my phone. I didn't realize it was still up. My bad.
Did you hear the story he said about what Usher put him in depression for years? He was on the same plane with Usher. And Usher was sitting right in front of him in first class. And Usher said one of the guys say, "That's T-Pain." He's like, "Yeah, tell him come here." And T-Pain walked up to him and said, "Hey Usher, I really know you wanted me, Usher." He looked up at Usher, Usher said, "Hey man, just let you know, you fucked the game up for people like me. People who can sing. All right, get out of my face."
I remember that.
He said, at first, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I want to fight or what. He said, but I went back to my seat. He went on drugs and drank bad after that. Bad. Didn't make no music. Didn't come out the house. Didn't do no shows, no interviews or nothing for about 2 years.
Was T-Pain up on drugs? I ain't know he ever been on drugs.
He said it. He said he was bad after that. Like contemplating death and all. From one statement Usher made. The only other person to touch him like that was Jay-Z, naturally. Death to auto-tune. That fucked him up.
One of the funniest clips ever is Summer Jam, bro.
Yes.
Death for auto-tune.
He talked about it. He talked about that.
So funny. So funny.
Jay-Z hit him with the nigga, get on, nigga.
Jay-Z hit him with a good riddance.
He so the nigga never said that? No. Nigga just told me, did be like.
Told him good riddance. He was like, good riddance wasn't even in the song.
Do you know the story? So,
Nah.
T-Pain was T-Pain at the time, but Jay-Z was still Jay-Z. Jay-Z was performing live at some major event.
Summer Jam.
So T-Pain being T-Pain, his Jay-Z manager let T-Pain in the backstage. Let T-Pain on stage with Jay-Z. Walk up behind Jay-Z like, yo, you made this song about me. And Jay-Z turned and looked at him like, who is this nigga? Man, get the fucking... He said, I rushed out to shake his hand. He said, what'd he do? He walked off.
So, this is the thing. So, Dream don't tell the story quite right.
No, I don't tell it quite right.
I'm not finna tell the story from front to back, because that's T-Pain's story to tell. But it was, a Def Auto-Tune came out. You know, in the track, he shoot T-Pain some bail. He was like, man, y'all T-Pain too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he was like, then the next verse, he come out and kill it again. You know what I'm saying?
But T-Pain, make sure to say this. That's not said until the second verse.
So not the second verse, right?
Yes.
So then, him and Jay-Z have a conversation on the phone. And Jay kind of is like, I wasn't talking about you and so forth, so on. But, you know, the world don't hear that. So then Summer Jam come up and he get the memo that Jay-Z gonna be on stage. So he was like, bruh, can I be on stage with Jay-Z? So all the promoters set it up like Jay-Z said it was cool for him to be on stage with him. Jay-Z did not. So he walked out on stage, young T-Pain, now this young T-Pain, and he's out there, like the whole song he's out there looking foolish.
Like a damn fool.
So at the end of the song, he reach out to like dap him up, and Jay-Z, good riddance, and walk off stage.
Hell no.
Now let's make this even worse, bro. Not long after that, he get to talk to Jay-Z. And Jay-Z at another venue, but not a concert. So he gonna get the chance to talk to Jay-Z and settle this and you know what's going on with this, that. Do you hate me? The whole nine, right? As he walking up to Jay-Z and Beyonce, he tripped and wear Beyonce white dress. Him and Jay-Z just weren't meant to be friends, bro. Can you imagine how embarrassed you would be to do that? After all these years of trying to make peace with Jay-Z for nothing, for real. To waste brown liquor on his wife's white dress at a major millionaire function?
That would be rough.
Only T-Pain can go through this.
Bro, that's horrible.
I love listening to stories, man.
That's horrible.
What else we got, man? I gotta run the bathroom real quick.
Well, I think I'm gonna cut it short.
I got a quote if you're ready.
Yeah, let's close this out. We're gonna be out here, man. It's
Let's do it.
late start. Let's close this out. We're gonna get up out of here tonight.
That's cool, man. Peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is rather than as you think it should be. That's our quote of the week.
Appreciate y'all for listening, man. Episode 146. We'll be back next Tuesday, man. Souf got something to say.